Hey Tom, welcome to the stream. Quick question: you having trouble creating a region for your party to play through? Any tips can help creating a region? So there's a bunch of different ways to do that. There's probably something that sort of inspires you or gets you excited. When I think about adventure design from a broad scale, like people call it world building. I don't think I really do that. I actually think about um, using a map or using visualizations of regions or cities or things like on Patreon or whatever. Artists have made some really cool stuff. I'll take either my map or somebody else's, and I'm thinking almost like my inspiration is like Twilight Zone, um, Goosebumps, right? Adventure stories, choose your own adventure stories. I tend to look at a town and a region and kind of think about what's the big idea or the gimmick, right? So uh maybe there's like a a coastline, and on that coastline I'm thinking about like, okay, so this town is right on the water, this town is in the forest, maybe this town is on the road, and for each one of those I'm going to try to think about a gimmick that will make that town interesting, almost from like an episodic point of view, right? I don't really think in terms of like all the politics and how everything interconnects right away. I'm just thinking like, okay, so this town on the water, there's like a lighthouse, and maybe a couple times a month the light in the lighthouse is red, and nobody speaks of it, but also nobody speaks or moves while it's red. And when the party does, it just so happens to happen the first night that they go there and the tavern that they're in, everybody looks at them like scared for their life. Like that's an interesting, like I don't even know why, right? That's just a premise that I imagine that happening. I go, ooh, that is fun. And like let's figure out what justifies that experience and what they can uncover and what they can face in that strange, coastal town. Or if it's something in the forest, maybe it's a walled city, and they do that for protection, but somebody has made their way inside, and now it's like we don't know who to trust. You guys are outsiders. You guys just got here. Help us sort this out. Who amongst the citizens is causing this trouble, and then it becomes almost like a little investigation. And Teresa's got some ideas too, so it's a never-ending war. That makes sense. Yeah, can't say that I mean, don't think I've really ever run anything that would even approximate like a never-ending war. But I do, yeah, I would just, hmm. If you have a region at war, then think in terms of who has control, right? There should probably be, depending on what the factions are that are involved, if it's two or three or more, there should be areas that are, you know, under this faction's control versus that. Here's some contested. Here's neutral ground. That's gonna color the region a lot, and it's going to make, depending on who the party is aligned with, it could make passage through certain areas easier by land or by sea or in the forest or through the caves, or like, hey, listen, we need to get deep into this territory, but we're going to have to go through the mines to get there, right? So think about how that would affect travel. And if you're handing the party at some point a digital, or like if you physically make a map of that region, consider making it from the perspective of the faction who's either in control or the faction who they're aligned with. So make the map and then go through almost like like a military board, right, where you've got marks and certain areas across, like taking a map and then creating a second layer of purpose over it can make a map really exciting, because now you've got this original layer which had all this meaning, but somebody has taken a marker or chalk or whatever and created all of this additional context. It sort of tells a story on its own. A prop like that could be really, really powerful, for like instantly getting, oh, this is what this area is, and this is where kind of all the forces all the markings. This is this is how we can navigate, and also this is what we should worry about primarily. This is what we don't want to worry about, and it could really kind of draw your characters into the strategy in that way. Yeah, that could be neat.